on that. So, yes, because in the work, by the way, the ones I don't know, is everybody in philosophy in the group or no?
I'm not.
No. One. The others are?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll see. So, okay. So, because we discovered during the practice that argument evaluation is a very important component of the work, and often not work or undervalued or under not worked very much. So let's try to make a little exercise about argument evaluation. So what we're going to do, I'm going to ask you a question. Yes? And I will ask you to answer the question with one sentence that contains an argument. Right? It's very simple. You write an answer, and the answer, there should be an argument, and the whole thing should be only one sentence. All right? Before I tell you the question, does anybody have a problem with the instructions I just outlined? You raise your hand if you have a problem. No? Who understood it, raise your hand. Okay, smart people here. Okay, so the question is human being good?
Is human being good?
No, is human being good? You have you can repeat it 10 times if you want.
Okay. Is human being good?
No, is human being good? You can still have 8 times to go. I love when my questions are repeated. It means you appreciate them.
Yes, I appreciate it.
So I don't want to stress you, but you only have 1 minute left to do the work. If you have finished, put your pen down so I know you have finished. Normally, to write one sentence, you all have finished, but maybe it's cold over there. So you get 1 more minute, but then we have to stop. If you have finished, put your pen down, huh? Okay, so let's start. But Ingemar, have you finished the work or no?
No.
Well, what is your difficulty?
I have doubts.
Oh, you have doubts. Is it only today?
No.
No. Is it a narcotic?
Narcotic.
Yes, your doubts.
Yes.
Does it operate as a narcotic, which slows down the thinking process?
Yes.
Yes. But have you done the work or no? Have you answered the question?
No, I have not answered the question.
Well, why not?
Because I have doubts.
Yes, but look at it this way. Can you answer even though you have doubts, or that is impossible?
Yes, I can answer.
Yeah, but then why you did not? You see, if no, don't answer. I would like you to think about this. If you can answer even though you have doubts, why? When I ask you why you don't answer, you tell me I have doubts. You see, that's a typical argumentation problem.
Yes.
Do you see the problem with the argumentation?
Yes.
Is it logical or not?
No.
No. So let's try again then. Because see, argumentation in philosophy, it's not like in rhetoric. It's not to prove we're right. It's to give meaning. So why you didn't write the answer?
I wrote down an answer.
Ah, so you did. So you lied to me. You had answered the question.
Yes.
Well, first we learn you're doubtful, then we discover you're a liar. Okay, no problem. So you did finish the work.
Yes.
But do you often make everybody's life complicated like that? Okay, don't answer that one. I think it's better. Okay, so who has finished the work? Raise your hand. Okay, good. So let's put this down. So now, what we're going to do is everybody's going to read his work. You listen to everybody's answer, and then I will ask if someone heard a problem, some problem in the work somebody has done. Now, just one indication on this. I would like to use a distinction made by Hegel between internal critique and external critique. The question is not to say we disagree with this person. Probably he says human being is good and we say it's bad. No, we want to find some internal problem, some objective problem. Not something where I don't think the same way, but some objective problem, right? External critique is to come with some other ideas that we differ. But internal critique examine from the inside, the way, a professor would examine, not saying I agree or not, but does it make sense? Are there problems? Okay? But you'll see it's not always so clear-cut, that distinction, but we'll try it. Anyway, so why don't we start again then? Elsa, why don't you read slowly, loud, then everybody reads, and if you note down the name of someone if you think there's a problem, okay? So, Elsa, why don't you start?
Okay. I wrote down, yes, human being is good according to its own impression.
According to?
Its own impression.
According to its own impression, right? Okay, let's move on.
I wrote, yes, because human being is initially naive.
Okay. Ole?
Yes, because we have created more good things than evil.
All right.
Yeah.
Brynhildur?
My answer is human being is not good because it is just what it is.
All right. Yes. Ingemar?
Yes, because they search to expand themselves.
To expand themselves, yeah? All right. Then that's Johanna Kristin.
No, because we are cruel species.
We're a cruel species, yeah?
Species killing one another.
What's the second half?
Killing one another.
Killing one another. Oh, yes? Schooley?
No, people always have been bad to each other and always will be.
Again?
No, people always have been bad to each other and always will be.
Okay. Yes, and Johanna?
No, human being is not good.
Okay, all right. Now, who has heard some work that seems to have a problem? Raise your hand. Oh, good. So we have some nice problems. Okay. So arbitrary, let's start with Christian. Christian, who do you want to denounce here in this place?
Elsa and Johanna.
Say one, the first, only one.
Johanna.
Choose one for now.
Johanna.
Johanna, okay. You think there's something wrong with Johanna's work, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Then what is wrong? Johanna, can you just, so everybody remembers, read again what you have written?
No, human being is not good.
Okay. What is wrong, you think, Christian?
The argumentation is missing.
Yeah, you think there's no argumentation, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is that true, Johanna?
Yes, that's true.
All right. Were you conscious of this? Or no? Or you don't know? Okay. I'll take your silence as an answer. That means that these things are not so clear for you. Are we?
I thought if I can give an explanation, it's because of their selfishness.
No, but look, Joanna, the question is not now to do something else. I'm asking, were you conscious that there was no argument?
Yes.
Or no? But then why didn't you put an argument? Or you don't know that? Okay, so that means the argumentation is not something so clear for you. Are we okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, no? Okay, so I'll take your silence as a yes. Are we okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, no, if you're okay. Is it okay? I mean, in other words, the argumentation issue is not something so clear for you. Are we okay with that? Or no, you think it's clear for you? Okay, so you're not answering me. So when somebody does not answer questions, why do you think it's a case, Joanna? You ask questions, people don't really answer you. Why do you think this happens?
I'm not answering you.
Well, do you think you're answering my questions or no?
No, I'm not answering your question.
Okay, so now, don't explain, Joanna. No. It's the first time we meet?
Yes.
Yeah, so take it easy, you know. We have to go, we're supposed to stay 2 hours together, it's a long ride. Really take it easy. Just answer yes or no, you know. Did you notice that you're not answering my questions?
Yes, I was...
No, just simply yes or no. Again, I try. Did you notice you were not answering my questions?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Do you have an explanation for that?
No.
No, okay. So do you want an explanation?
No.
No, okay. Say, I don't want to know.
Do you want explanation from me?
No, listen, Joanna. Do you want an explanation for the fact you don't answer my questions or you don't want one? Okay, so now, well, you see, because I don't know what to do. I need your answer to know what is the next step. So you tell me, yes, like at the pizza place, you know. Do you want something to drink, or you don't want something to drink? If you don't answer anything, the poor guy, he doesn't know what to do, you know. I'm like this poor guy. All I want to know is if you want an explanation or if you don't want one. Or say, I want or I don't want, that's all. Okay, so you don't want to. Now I'm going to ask the others. Who can tell me what is going on? How come I have no answers from Johanna? Can somebody explain to me? If you have a hypothesis, raise your hand. Okay, I have two. Okay, so Schoolie, what do you think is going on?
I think she is not clear about the arguments.
She's what?
She's not clear about her own argument.
Oh, so you think the reason she's not answering me is because she's not clear on this argumentation problem. Is that it?
Yes.
Do I understand you or no? I just need yes or no. Schoolie,
Yes.
Schoolie, you know the exercise. Come on, you know. Don't just tell me yes. Do I understand you? Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay. All right. So Who else can explain to me then the problem? Raise your hand. Okay. Christian, what is why do I don't get answer?
Johanna didn't understand you.
She did not understand me. Okay.
She didn't understand you.
Okay, she did not understand me. Is that true, Johanna? You did not understand me. Just true. You just say true or false. Yes. Okay. Now, Christian, since you seem to have an insight on that, why do you think Johanna does not understand me? Do you have a hypothesis or no?
It may be...
But just tell me first if you have a hypothesis or no.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Every time, see, the whole point, there's two reasons I make it a bit formal. First of all, is to ensure that we're together, that we understand each other. So I want yes or no. And second is to make sure there's no precipitation, Descartes thinks that precipitation is one of the main obstacles to thinking. So this way we go slower, So, but you do have a hypothesis then, right?
Yes.
Okay, what is your hypothesis about this not understanding?
I don't think she heard you clearly, or she was not able to understand.
Well, you see, but stop now, because then I hear two things. Is it a hearing problem, or is it an understanding problem, you think?
It's an understanding problem.
Okay, so you think Johanna does not understand me. So it's not a problem of sound, it's a cognitive problem, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know why? It's a cognitive. For example, is it because of language, for example? Or it's because of another reason?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. So you think that Johanna does not understand me, but you don't know why, yeah?
Yes.
Well, let me ask you, how do you know then that it's not another problem than understanding?
I read her body language.
Oh, you saw this in the body language, that it was an understanding problem and not something else. Are we good?
Yes.
What did you see in the body that made you think it was understanding problem?
I saw helplessness.
Okay, you saw helplessness. Now, let me ask you, suppose one thing, hypothesis, that Johanna doesn't like people to ask questions to her. As a hypothesis, okay? Some people don't like to be questioned. You know that?
Yes.
Suppose she doesn't like to be questioned, especially in front of other people. Could she have expressed as well the same helplessness or no? Or you don't know?
I don't know.
Okay. So it means that the explanation you give could be something else. Do you understand the logic of this?
Yes.
Yeah? If I give a proof, if it's conclusive, it should not prove as well, it should not be the same proof than another hypothesis. You agree?
Yes.
Because then it becomes undifferentiated, right? So we don't know, for example, if it's an understanding problem or if it's some other type of problem, right?
Right, we don't know.
So you don't know. Okay. See, by the way, what I'm doing, you see, what looks like secondary issue, like what I've done with Christian now, for me, it's not simply a technical matter. It's part of the process to examine argumentation and how to check if some argumentation functions or doesn't function. And one way I check argumentation is by asking if the same argumentation could be used for some other proof, in which case I call it undifferentiated argument, you see. If a proof is given that could prove that a man is guilty and not guilty, that proof is not conclusive because it's undifferentiated. It does not differentiate between being guilty and not guilty. In this case, it does not differentiate between not understanding and some other issue, like, for example, not liking questions, right? So let's move on. Who has a different hypothesis? Raise your hand. Of why Johanna does not answer me. Nobody else? Yes, you have one, Brynhildur?
I have a hypothesis.
Okay, what is it?
I think she did not understand your question because she was already waiting for the next question. Or thinking
Okay,
about-
so are you saying that she's already in next? She's one step ahead of me. Is that what you're saying? She's one step ahead of me, and therefore she did not listen to me. Is that it?
Yes.
Yes. So you suspect Joanna of being in a rush.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Why don't you ask her? Were you in a rush, Joanna? Is that the problem? Ask her.
Johanna, were you in a rush?
When I wrote the sentence.
What? No, don't.
Yes.
Did she answer you? Brynhildur, did she answer you?
She has answered me now.
No, she answered you. Yes?
She has answered me.
Yeah, she answered you. It means yes or it means no?
Yes.
All right. So you discovered then the reason why Joanna does not understand me is because she's ahead of me. She's in a rush and being ahead of me. So that's it, Joanna? Is that it or no? Just say yes or no. If it's not it, just say no. Okay. See, you see my problem again, Brynhildur. You see? Now, do you notice? Wait, Oli. Brynhildur, did you notice again? She does not answer me. Do you notice that?
No.
Okay. Well, why don't you ask her? Repeat the hypothesis, right? And then ask her, "Do you agree with me?" And let's see if she answers you. Try it.
My hypothesis is you didn't understand him because you were in a rush. Is this true?
Rush from what?
Okay. Did you hear this, Brynhildur?
Yes.
Did she answer you or no?
No.
No. Is it because she's in a rush or some other problem?
I think this.
Well, see, you had a hypothesis that she was in a rush, remember?
Yes.
But now she does not answer you. The way she does not answer you, is it because of rush or it seems to be something else?
No, I think she's in the same rush.
All right. So you notice she answered you. It's a very typical thing where people answer a question with a question. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, in general, do you know why people answer a question with a question? Do you know why? Or you don't know?
No, I don't know.
Ah, so therefore, you cannot say it because of rush, you see? And in fact, when people answer a question with a question, do they try to go fast or are they slowing down the process?
I don't know.
Well, imagine, you ask a question, where were you last night at 11? And the person says, well, what do you mean by last night? Or what do you mean by 11? Is he accelerating the process or slowing down the process?
Slowing down the process.
He's what?
Slowing down.
Okay, so you cannot accuse her of being in a rush if she's slowing down the process. You see the contradiction?
Yes.
Nice. So, who else has a hypothesis for why Joanna does not answer the question? Raise your hand. Okay, who did not? Okay, Schooler, let's try again. But make sure you make it simple, otherwise I don't understand,
She wants to slow down the process.
Okay, repeat?
She wants to slow down the process.
She wants to slow down the process. And in general, why do people try to slow down the process, Schoolie, you think?
Because they are slow themselves.
Oh, because they're slow. So you suspect Joanna is a slow person, and that's the problem, yeah?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, why don't you check with her if she agrees with you?
Johanna, do you agree with me that you are a slow person?
No, you see? Well, Joanna, look, this is the last chance. Visibly, we have a very nice and interesting problem with your not answering. It's very interesting and because it creates a lot of difficulty. So let's try last time to ask you why you don't answer questions.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. So if you don't know, maybe school is right.
No.
Well, look at it this way, Jon. It's a logical problem, you see? If you have no other hypothesis, if you don't know, how can you tell him is wrong or right, or it's impossible? What do you think? Possible or impossible? I can't hear.
Possible.
Possible. Well, look at it this way. Suppose some guy who has never studied physics comes to a debate in physics. And, I ask him, do you understand what people are saying? He says, no. I says, do you know about physics? No. But he says, he cannot tell me anything. Is he in a right disposition to agree or disagree with someone or no? Just tell me yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. So for you, somebody that knows nothing about physics is in the right position to say if he agrees or disagrees with the proposition he hears from physicists debating, right?
I didn't understand you.
Okay. Can somebody repeat the problem I just said? Raise your hand. Who understood it and can propose it to Joanna? Raise your hand. Only, okay, put your hand up, and you want to ask one of these people, explain to me the problem.
He who goes to, he who does not know anything about physics, is he able to tell if anything to criticize theories in physics?
And the answer is no. So once you claim you don't know, you're not in a position to refuse a hypothesis since you don't know. You agree with that logic? All right. So if you don't know, can you refuse the hypothesis of Schooley, for example, or you're not in a position to do it since you don't know? Do you understand the problem or no? No. Okay. So I propose to Johanna, visibly this exercise is difficult for you, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I propose to you that from now on, you observe for a while. Don't participate. You can write things, but don't just observe, okay? And maybe later, there's something, we don't know what is the problem. Whatever proposition you have refused, so until we clarify the problem, it's better that you just observe. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
All right. And when you understand the difficulty, you can tell us, we clarify difficulty, and then you participate. Is that okay with you? All right, good. So let's move on. So for now then, yes, so let's go back to the idea that Christian said there's no argument in the idea of Johanna. Who agrees with Christian there was no argument there? Raise your hand. Okay, good. So that case settled, huh? And by the way, you'll notice very often that the argument is such a problem for people that you ask them an argument and there's absolutely no argument. And that's a very classical problem, very simple but very present. So let's move on to another problem. Who has seen another problem than the one of Joanna? Raise your hand.
Please, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, we move on to another problem. In the initial work you had written, we have identified there was a problem with Joanna, no argument, but who has picked up some other problem in somebody else's work? Raise your hand. Okay, Ole, which problem did you hear? With whom? Brynhildur. Okay, Brynhildur, read again your work.
Human being is not good because it is just what it is.
Okay. What is wrong there, Ole, you think?
There is no argument.
I can't hear.
There is no argument.
There's no argument. Well, before you say why, Brynhildur, Brynhildur, do you agree with him or no?
I don't agree with him.
You don't agree with him. Well, that's an interesting problem, you see, because one says it's an argument, other one no. So that visibly we have an argument. Okay, so who agrees with Oler that there is no argument? Raise your hand. No one? Okay. Who agrees with Brynhildur that there is an argument? Raise your hand. Okay. Good. So let's examine. Ole, since you're the only one to think there's no argument, you will have to hold on a second. You'll have to say why do you say there's no argument there?
There's nothing in the sentence that would explain why human beings do.
Okay. There's nothing that would account for the fact human being is good. All right? Good. Brynhildur, is that true or false?
That's true.
That's true. So you change your mind, you agree with Oli.
No.
Well, you see, you have to, the question is, the argument is supposed to back the answer, back the claim, back the position. Do you agree with that principle?
Yes.
Now, does what you have called an argument, does it come to back the claim or no?
It backs the claim I made.
Okay, so you don't agree with what Ole said then?
I don't agree with him.
So you change your mind?
Yes.
All right. But at least it's sufficiently difficult that you oscillate on this problem, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, who agrees with Ole? Raise your hand. Who disagreed with Ole? Raise your hand. Okay, so Ole, go to one of these people and ask one of them why you disagree with me.
Ingemar, why do you disagree with me?
Because she gives an argument.
What is her argument?
Her argument is that human beings are not good because they are just what they are.
Okay, now, did you understand Ole's criticism of that argument?
Yes, an argument missing.
No, but do you know what he said? Why he does not consider that what looks like an argument is an argument? Did you pick up why? Or no? You see, because the point to be able to not be simply in conviction what you're convinced of, to be able to hear the counter argument and answer it. Who has understood the criticism of Ole? Raise your hand. And Ingemar, ask one of these people, tell me, what is Ole saying about Brynhildur argument?
Elsa, what is Ole saying about Brynhildur's argument?
He's saying that the argument gives no explanation of why a human being is not.
Okay. Ole, is that okay with you?
Yes.
All right. So, Ingemar, you got the point?
Yes.
You understand what Ole is saying?
Yes.
What is he saying?
He's saying that she is not giving. Brynhildur is not explaining why human beings are not good.
All right. So, do you agree with that or no? You say yes, you say no, or you say I don't know.
Yes, I agree with that.
So you change you agree with Ole.
Yes.
You change your mind.
Yes.
All right. Who still does not agree with Ole? And Ole, pick up somebody else, ask him why you disagree with me.
Why do you disagree? Because Brynhildur did give an argument.
Is that's no? Did you give an argument for Ole, or you have no argument there? I know, but when what you have said now, is there an argument, or you only repeat your disagreement?
Repeating my disagreement.
But you're not giving an argument. Do you agree?
Yes.
So, and that's one thing you have to be very careful about. That's a very typical problem. People will repeat the accusation, but they will not give, or the criticism, but they will not give an argument. It's a very common thing, just like if repeating the thing was sufficient in itself. Do you know this problem, Schoolie?
Yes.
Yes, so, but we want an argument. What makes you think Ole is wrong?
What makes me think Ole is wrong is that I understand Brynhilde's argument. I think she has a good argument.
Now,
he missed the point of her argument.
Okay. Now, Schoolie, do you think you have given arguments or only act of faith?
It's not a different thing.
I'm asking you, did you give argument or simply again just say what you believe?
I argued by stating my belief.
Exactly. Well, do you think that's a fine argument, or there's a problem in that kind of argument? You know those people that say, you ask a person, why do you think this person is right? And the person answers you, because I think just like her. You know those kind of arguments?
Yes.
Is that an argument or no? Huh? Now, these are rhetorical arguments. You see, philosophical arguments are supposed to give content. They're supposed to give some concept that were not present before. Otherwise, it's rhetorical arguments. Yes? We all know this is true, and I agree with her, and nobody can contradict that, and, all this rhetorical stuff. And that's what we have to learn, to distinguish when there is content, and it's a philosophical argument, and when it's contentless, right? So, who is able to prove to Ole that there is an argument in Brynhildur's statement? Raise your hand. Okay, and Ole, check with someone else. What is Brynhildur argument? Keep your hand up, the ones who think they can do it.
What is Brynhilde's argument?
Her argument is that human beings are not good because of what they represent and what they stand for and what they have done.
Oh, she spoke about what they have done?
I think.
No, Ole, don't think, Christian, sorry, don't think too much, huh? In this business, we should not think. It's like in the tribunal, they say, the facts and nothing but the facts. You know about that?
Yes.
That's a distinction between facts and interpretation. Is that okay with you as a distinction?
It is okay.
Yeah. So, did Brynhildur speak about what men have done?
No.
No. So that's Christianism. That's not Brynhildurism, right?
Yes.
Yes. So no. So can you stick to Brynhildur and tell us what does she have in itself with what she said an argument to back her claim? Or no?
Can you please repeat the question?
Yes. Can we do something? Is there a board behind you, Brynhildur? Is that a board?
No, it's a table.
Oh, it's a table. Okay, I can't see well. Okay, it would have been useful. You have no place where you could write your sentence, where everybody can see it?
You need to see it.
No, it's okay if I don't see it, but at least the other people see it. If I could see it, that's nicer, but if it's not possible, I'll do without. I'll write it down for myself. It's okay. But at least that everybody sees it.
A human being is not good Because
It is what it
It
is.
is what it
It
is.
is just what it
just
is.
what it is. Yeah.
Okay, it is just what it is. Okay, so let's try again. Christian, what is the content of this argument here that you could tell Ole there is an argument there?
The content of the argument is that what a human being is not good.
No, is that the answer or is that the argument?
The answer is yes.
Well, in what Brynhildur has written, can you distinguish the answer and the argument or no?
Yes.
What is the answer? Brynhildur, don't write anything, huh? Brynhildur, don't do anything now. Just hang on.
Write whatever I want.
No. Don't cheat on me. So, wait. But you will have to do something. Christian, do you agree that in what Brynhildur has written, there is both an answer and an argument? Do you agree with that? I cannot hear anymore. Sound problem.
Hello.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Can you clarify an answer to what?
Do you agree with the following proposition?
Yes.
In Brynhildur's statement, there's two parts, the answer and the argument. Do you agree with that?
The answer to yes.
You agree with that, yes?
Yes, I agree.
So, you could identify both these parts, yes or no?
I think they are the same.
Well, wait. No, wait a minute. Christian,
Yes.
Are there two parts or only one part?
One part.
All right. So if I tell you that to distinguish between the answer and the argument, you would tell me no. There's no two things, right?
Yes.
All right. So you don't agree with my proposition, right?
I think there.
No. Please don't think. Do you think too much, Christian, sometimes?
All the time.
Yes, but don't think, okay? I ask stupid questions and I hope stupid answers. Is that okay with you?
Oh, yes.
We won't tell anybody that you participated in the stupid workshop, but please be stupid for a minute. Do you agree with the following proposition, which I will outline? And then I want only yes or no. The Brynhildur statement is divided in two parts, the answer and the argument. Do you agree, yes or no?
No.
No, okay. Who, like Christian, does not agree with that proposition, raise your hand. Who agrees with that proposition, raise your hand. Keep your hand up. And Christian, ask someone, where do you see that division?
Where do you see that division?
Speak louder, please.
A human being is not good, this one. Then, if we divide it into a question and argument, then
Yes.
I think.
Joanna, we want to hear two things. We want to hear the answer is blah blah blah. The argument is blah blah blah. Okay?
Okay. A human being is not good. An answer. Because it's just what it is. An argument.
Okay, you heard that, Christian?
Yes.
Do you agree with her?
No.
Okay. Why you don't agree with her?
I think the.
Don't please see. Can you stop thinking? Wow, it's after the doubt of Ingemar, we have the thinking of Christian. Wow, this is you guys are all drug addicts up there. Okay, so why do you think she's wrong?
I don't agree with her because I disagree with the distinction that she proposed.
Okay, now Christian, do you think you have given an argument or only stated your disagreement?
I did not state an argument. I did not give an argument.
So you only stated your belief.
Yes.
All right. But do you see at this point, if you can see in this discussion, how difficult it is to give arguments and how often we only want to state our belief and repeat our belief and explain our belief, but not give an argument. You see? But the problem is, Christian, if you cannot have an argument to prove she's wrong, then you cannot refuse her statement. You see?
Yes.
Do you have a reason to refuse her division too?
Yes.
Which one?
The answer and the argument are one and the same.
What? But again, did you repeat? Did you prove, or you repeated what you said before? See, she says there are two parts. You think there's only one part, yes?
Yes.
But did you say why you believe that? Did you say why you think to contradict the two parts she gave? Did you say why or not yet?
I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter if you're not sure. We don't care. Did you tell her why she's wrong? Or no? Or you don't know? I tell you what. Ask her. Ask Joanna. Did I tell you why you're wrong? Ask her.
Did I tell you why you were wrong? She said no.
All right. Are you surprised?
No.
No. Huh? She's begging for an explanation. She would love to be enlightened. She would like to see how much she's wrong. She's hoping from you, and you let her down. It's terrible, right?
Yes.
Okay, so why don't you try to catch up, and don't frustrate Joanna, and explain to her why that division makes no sense. The one she gave. Try to tell her.
The division you gave doesn't make sense because the argument you gave is contained within the answer.
Okay, now, Christian, do you think your demonstration is clear or confused?
Neither.
Which one?
It could be clearer, but
No, I'm not asking what it... See, again, you think too much. I'm not asking you a conditional. I use indicative. In Icelandic, do you distinguish indicative and conditional or no?
I don't know.
Well, you have grammatical moods. Does anybody has a knowledge of Icelandic grammar? Raise your hand. Okay, Brynhildur, do you distinguish the mood of indicative and conditional in Icelandic?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Can you explain the difference between indicative and conditional to Christian in Icelandic?
Annarkvort eða svona stigvaxandi. Það er að spyrja annarkvort eða spurningar.
Okay. Do you understand that, Christian?
Yes.
Okay, so could be, in English, conditional. Is, that's indicative, present indicative. Okay, you get the difference?
Yes.
All right. Is your explanation clear, yes or no?
No.
No. Okay. Can you make a clear explanation to prove to Joanna she's wrong? Do you remember what Joanna explained, by the way, Christian? Do you?
Yes.
Can you explain what she explained?
She said the answer is a human being is not good, and the argument is because it is just what it is.
Okay. Now, do you think this is right or wrong?
I think it's wrong.
Okay, what is wrong in that statement?
The argument is the same as the answer.
Yes. Now, let's do something. Who can tell Christian what distinguishes an argument and an answer? Who would be capable of formally distinguishing answer and argument? Raise your hand. So who could do it? Raise your hand. Only one? So it's only clear for one person, huh? Two. Okay. So, Christian, go to one of these people raising their hand, but I think there's only one, two, raise, three, Brynhildur, you decided. Go to one of them and tell you, what is the difference between an answer and an argument? Ask someone.
What is the difference between an answer and an argument?
The argument states why something is an answer.
Yeah, but you realize, Ingemar, there's a structural problem in your explanation. Do you see it? Or no?
No.
Well, suppose I ask you the difference between a chair and a table. And you tell me, a chair, you can sit on it. Is there a problem with my explanation?
Yes.
Which one?
You can sit on a table too.
Well, no, but I'm speaking about the structural problem, not the content problem. Do you see a structural problem in my distinction or no? If you don't, say I don't.
I don't.
Okay. Who sees a structural problem in my explanation? Raise your hand. And Ingemar, ask someone, where's the problem?
Brynhildur. What is the problem?
Oscar only explained one part. He was going to explain two parts, but we only talked about one.
All right. True or false, Ingemar?
True.
Yes. Now that's fundamental. I call it the principle of symmetry. And many argumentation are wrong. They are a problem. Why? Because we speak only about one half of the problem. And if you see many unfair statements, when people have to divide, to make a judgment, two people, for example, is they speak of one, but they don't speak of the other. Right?
Yes.
And often many unfair statements are they're the structural problem, before even behind. So the subjectivity is shown by the structural problem, right? So that's why this symmetry, when you want to compare two things, there should, as much as possible be some symmetry, right? Which would, by the way, would avoid the problem that you said you can as well sit on the table, right? Anyway, so let's try again, Ingemar. What's the difference between a chair and a table? Or you don't know? In which case, it must be funny in your house. I'll look better next time. So, do you know or you don't know?
I don't know.
Okay. Wow, Well, who can tell Ingemar the difference between a chair and a table? Raise your hand. Ask someone, Ingemar.
I would like to ask Skuli to explain to me the difference between chair and a table, please.
This is a table, this is a chair.
Now, Skuli. I think I'm going to give up, Did you explain or did you show an example?
I showed an example.
Now, can somebody explain to him what is the difference? Raise your hand. Try again, Ingemar.
Only.
A chair is a device you can sit on, a table is a device you can place things onto.
All right. Is that okay with you, Ingemar?
Yes.
Yes. But I know you will tell me that in your house, you sit on the table and you put things on the chair. I'm sure. But in general, in other people's houses, does the distinction Ole gave basically works?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you have to give both, right? So now let's go back to our business. Can you tell Christian how he can distinguish an answer and an argument? You spoke about the argument. What did you say about the argument?
The argument explains, and the answer is
Do you know or you don't know?
no, I don't.
All right, you see, and that's where, by the way, we see that what looks like a formal problem is not. You know, it has a lot to do with how we think and the difficulty. Who can tell the difference between an answer and an argument? Raise your hand. Ask somebody in Gemara to explain to you.
Yes.
An answer says what something is.
Speak a bit louder, Elsa.
The answer says what something is, and
It says what something is, yeah?
the argument says why it is so.
Okay, the answer says what, and the argument says why. Are we okay with that?
Yes.
All right. Christian, do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Does that distinction make sense to you?
Yes. Very
All
much.
right. Now, when you look at the sentence of Brynhildur, do you see that kind of distinction or no?
Yes.
Okay. So now do you see the two parts?
Yes.
Okay. So you understand Joanna's explanation then?
Yes.
Okay. Tell her, she'll be happy. Yeah?
But I don't agree either.
Well, you see, how about if I tell you we don't care if you agree or not, but we care if you understand or not? Do you understand the distinction or not?
Yes.
Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. And in fact, could you take the sentence of Brynhildur and Brynhildur would answer without the argument? Would it be possible? Look at her sentence.
Yes.
Could she have answered without giving the argument?
Yes.
Say it. What would she have said?
A human being is not good.
All right. Would she have answered the question?
No.
Well, ask me if I want to get married with you. Ask me.
Would you like to get married with me?
Yes. Did I answer you?
Yes.
All right. Now, look at Brynhildur answer. If she says, read again the first part, what is it?
Human being is not good.
Does she answer the question, is human being good?
Yes.
All right. So, do you consider just with that part she would have answered?
Yes.
All right. But the second part, what is the function of the second part?
The second part is the argumentation.
Okay. So, are you okay now with this?
Yes.
All right. Or do you want to make your life and ours more complicated?
I would like.
Okay. Now just say it's okay, or you want to make our life more complicated. You choose.
It's great. It's okay.
You're happy.
Yes.
Okay, well, okay. I'm glad that you're happy, and I'm sure everybody is as well. So, now, let's go back to Brynhildur's statement. Let's now examine Ole's claim that the argument does not in any way substantiate the answer. Is that it, Ole?
Yes.
Okay. Who thinks that it does substantiate the answer? Raise your hand. You raising or not, Schoolie? Okay. So, Ole, go to keep your hand up, until he chooses. Ole, go to somebody and says, where do you see the connection between the argument and the answer?
Where do you see the connection between the answer and the argument?
The connection is that the argument claims that the human being is just what it is, says that being good is not part of being what it is.
Now, Schooley, do you think your demonstration is clear?
No, I don't.
No. Huh? But you see, this difficulty, right, that we're having now, I mean, don't worry, it's not only in Reykjavik. It's a very typical problem, right? That to evaluate an argument is a difficult job. But often we take it as granted. We tell students from all these schools to make arguments, but we never take the time to look at what constitutes or not an argument and be able to analyze this very important relation. And by the way, there's an idea, a concept of Leibniz, which you call vinculum substantiale, the substantial link. And that's what we're studying here. See, for him, the connection is a substance. And that's that connection that we're studying, because Ole suspects that connection is not there. And that's what we're examining, is there or is not there a connection. And that connection, Leibniz would say, that's what makes thinking. Otherwise, we just have a bunch of opinions. But to connect some kind of, for example, in argumentation, there's some kind of causal principle, right? There's a causal principle, is a fundamental, just like in the categories of Kant, it's one of the fundamental categories of thinking, you know? So, who think he can show the connection between the answer and the argument in Brynhildur's statement? Raise your hand. Okay, so try somebody else, Ole.
What's the connection between the answer and the argument?
The connection is that the argument says that good, not good, doesn't apply to human beings. Because if you have said something about a human being, it's just what it is, it isn't good, or it isn't not good.
All right. Ole, do you understand her answer?
Yes.
Can you say it with your own words? What is she saying?
Saying that you cannot define a human being as good or not good,
All right. Why is that?
because they are something else.
All right. Now, does that make sense to you? Now, I'm not asking you if you agree or not, but does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you now accept that her argument is an argument?
Yes.
Yes. So you change your mind.
Yes.
Okay. Tell her she'll be happy.
I have taken on that.
All right. Now, who agrees with Brynhildur and Ole that there is an argument there? Raise your hand. Who does not agree? Raise your hand. Okay, so keep your hand up. And Brynhildur, go to one of these people that didn't speak much and ask, why do you say there's no argument here?
Why do you say there is no argument?
It's also the sentence, the answer.
Can you, sorry, but I have a sound problem. Can you speak louder, Joanna?
Okay, I think the argument doesn't support the answer.
Why?
Because it's like, what is human being? Human being is not good.
But did you understand because you see, when you want to have a discussion, you cannot just go back. You have to take into account what the other people say, right? Otherwise, each one just says on his thing. And very often in discussion, we have this problem. So, see, Brynhildur has given an argumentation to support her argumentation, and Ole changes mind. So you have to take this into account, and we have to hear it in your words. So just to check, can you explain what Brynhildur explained?
Yes, I think so. Brynhildur explained that neither good nor bad accounts for human beings.
Okay, and therefore, if that's the case, what should she answer to is human being good?
Could you repeat?
If you accept that postulate, what you have just explained of her thinking, that it does not apply, suppose you think it does not apply, and you are being asked, is human being good? What would you answer, therefore? Do you understand what I'm asking you or no?
No, I don't understand.
All right. It's important. When you don't understand, tell me, I don't understand.
Yeah,
Who
yes.
understands the question I'm asking Joanna? Raise your hand. Okay? So, a Christian, ask her. Like you're for me, ask her.
What is Brigitta's answer to the question, is a human being good?
Yes, the answer from Brigitte side is, I think that she said it's neither good nor bad.
Okay. Wait a minute. Look on the board, Joanna.
Okay.
Is she saying that or no?
No, she's
No.
not.
Wait, but hold on. You see? But look, we only have these little things, and look how hard it is to do it. But I wanted you to do the reverse. Look at her argument. You explain her argument, right? You have it in head? You said she claims in her argument that it does not, this category, this predicate does not apply to human beings, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. So if that's the case, what should she answer? What should her answer be?
A human being is not good.
Okay. So, and did she say that?
How could she?
Did she say that human being is not good?
Yes, she did. She did.
So therefore, where's the problem?
I don't know.
Oh, so therefore there's no problem. Is there a problem or no problem?
There's no problem.
Okay, you change your mind.
Yes.
Okay, tell her she'll be happy.
I changed my mind.
Okay. Who still think there is a problem? Raise your hand. Okay. Christian, your last one. What is the problem?
What initially was explained as the answer does not derive logically from what initially was explained as the argumentation.
Why?
Because saying because it is just what it is does not logically explain the answer which initially was given as a human being is not good.
Now, Christian, did you take into account what was said and deal with it, or do you only repeat what you think? Did you bring some new argument, or you only repeated that you think it is not logical?
Yes, I brought a new argument.
Okay. Now, Thomas, Christian, sorry. If I ask people if you brought new arguments, they will say yes or they will say no? People that listen to you.
I don't know what they will say. I don't know.
Well, you see, let me tell you, that's a typical thing of people that think too much. They have no space for others. They don't know what others think. They only know what they think. Did you ever observe that?
Yes.
Well, try to make an experience. Do you think people will tell you you have brought new arguments, or you just repeated? What do you think they will tell you? Or you have no clue?
I have no clue.
So you're blind to the thinking of other people, or deaf. Does that surprise you?
No.
No. And look what's going to happen. Who think Christian brought new arguments? Raise your hand. And count the hands up, Christian. How many?
0.
Who think he repeated the same thing? Raise your hand. All right. Surprised?
Yes.
Yes. Well, welcome to Philosophical Workshop, the place to get big surprise. Yes? But you know, that's a problem of what I call of solipsism. If you think too much, you think you speak to yourself. Do you know this?
Yes.
There's no place for common sense. There's no place for others. Okay, so at this point, let's just decide who accepts the work of Brynhildur. Raise your hand. Who does not accept it? Raise your hand. Okay, so Brynhildur work is accepted, right? But just let me make a parenthesis here. You see, I find this very funny because initially I agreed with Ole, that it didn't work logically. I thought like him, you see. But as the process went along, through the questionings, through the arguments brought up, I finally made sense. I was able in my mind to make the connection, you see. But that's what the whole thing of constructivism is all about, you see. Maybe even as running the workshop, I have certain ideas, but I'm not there to impose my ideas. And sometimes, indeed, like now, I will change my mind in the process of thinking. But what I have to do is think through people here, And when I ask questions, it is not to disturb people, make them unhappy, make them feel stupid, although they might feel stupid about them, but it's to think through the group, you see? That's a Socratic principle. The others is not there to be convinced or to ask information, but the others is the medium through which you think. And I don't know how much it makes sense to you, but we think through the others, You raise your hand, Christian?
Yes.
Why?
The way to understand this explanation of the categorical implementation of being neither good or evil is then saying that the whole sentence is the answer, which is not what was said.
Okay, Christian, I don't want to go back on this. The group has now decided. Maybe they're wrong. Maybe you're like many geniuses. They are the only ones to understand. Nobody else does. But don't worry about it at this point. Don't be obsessive about it. I'm just trying to tell you what the exercise is all about. Is to think through other people. That's the main thing. Never mind now about okay. It's more. It never matters in a way. In this kind of exercise, we're not so concerned about the final content, but about the process by which we work. All right.
Yes, fine.
So, okay. So we're going to move on to another one. But Joanna, do you feel better about the exercise now, or are you still bothered?
I think yes.
Yes, which one?
I think
Yes. So, do you know now why at the beginning you were not answering my questions? Or you still don't know? Okay. Do you want to know or you prefer that we skip it?
What?
Do you want to know why you did not answer my questions or you prefer to skip it?
Skip it.
All right. So you stay as an observer, okay? All right. Huh? Okay. No problem. So, and when you're ready to, if you at any moment you're ready now to understand what happens to you, and then we can deal with it. But don't worry, what happens to you? It's the principle of these exercises. This what happens to one person is never only to one person. It's always a common thing. That's the difference between philosophy and psychology. We're not concerned with the individual. We're concerned with general issues. And the individual person is only the opportunity to find out general principles and general problems. But anyway, so we have dealt with Johanna one, we have dealt with Brynhildur one we refuse, another one we accept. Who has heard another problem in the initial work? Raise your hand. Okay, Schoolie, who was it with? Elsa, please read your sentence.
Yes, human being is good according to its own impression.
According to what?
Its own impression.
Its own impression, huh? Well, let me write this. Why don't you write it on the board? I'll write it for myself. Write it on the board. By the way, practical problem, Ingemar. We go until what for me is 7:30, 8:30 for you guys. Is that okay?
No, 6:30 for us. 6:30 for us.
Oh yeah, sorry. You're one. Yeah, yeah. I'm. You're. Yeah. It's 5:45 for you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we go till 6:30 for you. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, Schooley, what is the problem there? What is the problem in the ELSA work?
The problem is that one's own impression is a part argument for it's not. It's a part argument.
No, Schooley. You have to take a big breath at that point. Breathe deeply. Everything's okay. Is it clear in your head the problem or no? No. Okay. Who agrees with Schooley there's a problem in that work? Raise your hand. And Schooley, go ask somebody else to explain the problem. Somebody who knows the problem.
What is the problem?
Yes, the argument is subjective.
Yes. Do you understand that, Schooley?
Yes.
Do you agree with him?
No.
No, it is not subjective. Or is it?
No, it's not. That's not the problem.
No, I'm asking you, is it subjective or not?
It's not.
It's objective.
No, it's.
Is it subjective or objective, huh?
It's subjective.
All right, so you agree with it subjective. But you see, in this case, there's always two things. First of all, do we agree with the what you can call the fact? Second, is it a problem? So you admit it's subjective, but is that subjectivity, is that the problem?
No, that's not the problem.
No. Ole, do you think to have a subjective argument is a problem in itself? Or no?
No.
No. Okay. So therefore, we still don't have the problem. Who can say what the problem is? Raise your hand. Ask somebody else, Schooley.
Christian.
What's the question?
What's the problem with the argument?
The argument is inductive and therefore does not support the answer.
It is what?
Inductive.
Inductive. Yes. What do you mean by inductive? What are you doing, Christian? You have a English problem?
Yes, I think I meant to say deductive.
It's deductive. Yes.
No.
No. Wait. Christian. Is it a thinking problem or language problem?
Language problem.
Okay. So I tell you what. What you're gonna do? You're gonna say the sentence or the word in Icelandic, and you ask who can translate, and you will ask somebody to translate, and you say if it's okay with you. All right? Okay? Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. So do it.
Tilvísla þegar þú ályktar frá sértæku til hins almenna.
Okay. Ask who can translate for you.
Can someone translate? Ingemar, please.
Induction is when you generalize from the unique to the general.
Okay, from the singular to the general. Yes?
From the singular to the general.
Okay. For example, You have an example of that, Christian. Invent some example.
If I go outside with lightly dressed, I will be cold.
Repeat.
If I dress lightly and go outside, I will be cold.
Now, what is a general there?
I'm sorry?
Well, you said that induction was going from the singular to the general, right?
Yes.
Where is the general there? Did you hear anything general or no?
No.
No. So does your example work?
No, it could be better.
So, no. Do you notice again you give me this conditional stuff?
Yes.
You know what you know of someone using conditionals a lot?
Tell me.
Did you notice that I ask questions and I hope for answers?
Yes.
All right. So, do you know what you know about someone using a lot of conditionals?
Yes.
What is it?
Unclear.
Well, yes, but what is going on when you use a lot of conditional? What is that person expecting?
That everyone see it from the same perspective.
Do you have a concept for that?
Yes.
What is it called?
Never mind.
Never mind it. I'll give you a concept. It's called perfection.
Okay.
Have you heard of perfection?
Yes.
Do you like perfection?
Yes.
Yes. But you realize that we live in a world which is anything but perfect.
Yes.
So therefore, the one who's using a lot of conditional, does he like reality or he tries to escape reality?
Escape.
Yes. You surprised you try to escape reality?
No.
No. That's your cup of tea.
Yes.
All right. But I have bad news for you, is that today it's an exercise in reality. You okay with that?
Yes.
All right. So, let's go back to our business. And the point, it creates confusion because you always expect something else. So who can explain the problem with the Elsa work? Raise your hand. Brindledoor, you want to try? Go ahead.
The problem with Elsa's argument is that if we allow it to be an argument, it would apply to any statement as an argument.
Okay. And therefore, is it undifferentiated?
Yes.
Yes. It can be used for any answer.
Yes.
That's what I call initially undifferentiated argument. You understand the concept, Brindledoor?
Yes.
How would you say that in Icelandic, undifferentiated argument?
I don't know.
Can you, what?
I don't know.
Oh, it's hard, the conceptual word in Icelandic?
Yeah, yes.
Or indifferent?
I can't find the answer.
Okay, but everybody gets it. Elsa, do you understand the concept of undifferentiation?
Yes.
Do you have a word in Icelandic for that or no? Or indifferent? Maybe less abstract, indifferent. Okay, never mind the Icelandic lesson. We'll do that next time. So, but it's always interesting. I like when I work with different languages, always to check what happens in the other language with some concepts, right? Because sometimes it's the reverse. You know, they say we have a concept, but in English it's difficult. So I find that interesting. So, is it true that your argument can be given for absolutely anything, Elsa?
Yes, it's true.
Therefore, is it operative or it's not operative?
It's not happening.
All right, so Brindledoor was smart on this one.
Yes.
Tell her she's so smart she will be happy.
You are smart.
Okay. Now, does anybody disagree with the Brynhildur accusation? Raise your hand. Okay. Who agrees with her? Raise your hand. Okay. So case closed. Yes. So this one is refused. So we now have 2 work refused, 1 accepted. Let's move on. Who has picked up another problem? If you maybe we can read again if you want. Whoever is left and not dealt with, let's examine it. Why don't you start, Christian?
My sentence was, yes, because human being is initially naive.
Okay, Ole.
Yes, because we have created more good things than evil.
Okay, Ingemar.
Yes, because they search to expand themselves.
Yes, because.
They search to expand.
Yes, okay. Joanna, Christine.
No, because we are cruel species, killing one another.
Okay, and Schoolie.
No, people always have been bad to each other and always will be.
Okay. Anybody picked up another problem? Which one, Brynhildur?
I have a problem with Ingemar's argument.
Ingemar, read again your statement.
Yes, because they search to expand themselves.
Okay, why don't you go write it?
Yes, master.
Are you making drawings or something?
No, I'm finished.
Okay, I'll read you what I have written because I don't see, so you tell me if it's okay. Yes, because they search to expand themselves.
Yes.
All right, good. So, Brynhildur, let's listen to the accusation.
This is not a good argument because
Well, but before, you say it's not a good argument, right?
argument for the
No, did you? No, don't worry. Did you say it's not a good argument?
yes.
But is it an argument?
Yes.
Ah, so it is an argument, but you think it's not good.
Yes.
But you accept it's an argument.
Yes.
Oh, you see the difference between saying there's no argument, it is not an argument, or it is an argument, but it's bad.
I see the difference.
Yes. So it's only that you accept, but then what makes you think it's wrong his work if it's an argument?
Huh?
No, when I gave the work, did I say you should answer and give a good argument, or I said you should answer and give an argument?
You said we should give an argument.
Yes, so therefore, what's wrong with his work then? He has done that.
I see a problem in the argument.
Ah, so, but that problem, what's the consequence? Does it make that it's not an argument?
No.
What's the consequence of this problem?
The consequence is that it's a bad argument.
Yeah, but is a bad argument an argument?
Yes, it is an argument.
So what's wrong?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, so you accept his work.
Yes, I accept.
So you give up the accusation.
Yes.
All right. But just for fun, let's listen to it anyhow to check if you gave up too quickly or what. All right? What is what is bad about it? I'm glad you enjoy it.
The argument says something that has not necessarily anything to do with being good.
All right. So are you saying it's undifferentiated argument? Like earlier with the see, there are two possibilities. Either it's undifferentiated or it is not logical. There's a logical problem, it doesn't work. Like if I tell you the proof that this is square is that it's green.
Yeah.
Right? It's not that it's undifferentiated. It is not logical. If I say the proof it is square is that it has sides, well, it's logical that it has sides, but it can be used for a triangle too. You get it?
Yes.
But if I say the proof it is square is that it's green, it is not it's undifferentiated. It is that it has no logical implication. There's no logical connection.
Yes.
You see the difference? Or no?
It's not clear.
Okay. Who understands the difference I gave about the square? Raise your hand. Ask somebody to explain to you.
Elsa, can you explain to me?
One argument they could apply, but it could also apply to anything else as like a triangle, and so it made sense, but it wasn't sufficient. And then the other argument was it has nothing to do with being square. Yes.
Okay. And can you name the two problems, Elsa?
Another argument was irrelevant. And the other argument was insufficient.
Okay. Who could name them differently? Raise your hand. Ask somebody else to name them for you.
Christian, can you name them for me?
First was undifferentiated, and the second was not logical.
All right? But it's funny because Elsa has named them differently, but it makes sense as well, the way she has named them, right? Yeah? But you understand the difference, Brynhildur, or no? Or you have a hard time?
I have a hard time.
Okay. Who else can explain to her? Raise your hand. Try somebody else.
Ole, can you explain to me?
Yes, undifferentiated things seem to apply but don't have logical, don't have grounding in reality. So, if something needs to be has a logical proof, it has to apply to this and this thing only.
Ole, do you think your explanation is clear?
No.
No. All right. Who else wants to give it a try? Raise your hand. Okay, try somebody else, Brynhildur.
Ole.
There are two kinds of arguments. On the one hand, there are arguments that have nothing to do with the proposition they are trying to argue for, like the one about the green. The thing is green, it has nothing to do with if it's square or not. Then, on the other hand, you have an argument that does have something to do with the proposition you're arguing for, like it has sides, because a square does have sides, but statement that it has said is not sufficient to prove that it's a square, it could be a triangle.
Yes.
You understand now?
Yes.
All right. And that's why it's each time there's an argument problem, it's interesting to find what is the problem, because we discover different type of thinking problem. And something not logical and something undifferentiated is not the same thing, right? In one sense, it's connected but not sufficient, as they said. In the other one, it just has nothing to do. It's totally disconnected, right? All right? So, now let's go back to the statement of Ingemar. What do you think the problem is? Is it that it's undifferentiated? Is it that it's not logical? Or it's something else?
I think it's because it's undifferentiated.
Okay, well, see, if it's undifferentiated, the way you to check it is to say it could prove the opposite proposition.
Yes.
All right, you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, check if it would fit the opposite proposition.
And the opposite proposition would be no, human being is not good because they search to expand themselves.
Okay, now would that work as well or no?
That would work as well.
So it works equally in both directions.
Yes.
All right? Who agrees with Brynhildur on that one? Raise your hand. Who does not agree? Raise your hand. Ask someone, Brynhildur, why you don't agree with me?
Only, why do you not agree with me?
I don't see the connection in being back and expanding.
Okay, but see the problem, Ole, if you tell her I don't see, she's gonna tell you, well, that's your problem, my friend. Go see a doctor, you know? So the fact of not seeing is never an argument, you see? And people use this, I don't know, I don't see, I have doubts, I am, you know, in France when people say a lot, I am not sure that. But the fact you're not sure, we're very happy, but there's a psychologist next door, you can go talk to him, right? But for us, it's not an argument. So, you know, so can you objectively tell her something where it doesn't function what she's saying? But don't tell her about you, that you don't see.
No.
Okay, so who sees a problem in the Brynhildur accusation? Well, who agrees with her? Raise your hand. Who does not agree? Raise your hand. Okay, ask Brynhildur.
Ask her what?
Well, who does not agree and why? I think school is the only one, I think.
Yes. Why do you not agree with me?
You said that Ingemar's argument is not good because it's undifferentiated. Yeah. I disagree with that because the problem with the argument is that it has nothing to do with proposition. It is not logically connected with good or bad. Expanding has nothing to do with good or bad. It's like green and square.
Now, do you think you're clear, Schoolie?
Yes?
Yes. Who understood Schoolie? Raise your hand. Okay? Schoolie, ask somebody to raise their hand to explain what you have said.
You disagreed with me when I said that the argument was undifferentiated because you think the argument is not logical. That's the problem.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but what was Brynhildur argument? Can you remind us?
Brynhildur said that the argument is undifferentiated.
Yes. And what was her proof of that?
The proof was that it could equally be used to support the opposite.
Okay. Is it true that you can use it to support the opposite answer?
No,
Why not?
because it's neither supports the proposition nor it's
So you see another problem. You think it's not undifferentiated, it simply is totally irrelevant. It has nothing to do. The fact of searching to expand yourself has nothing to do with being good or bad.
yes, exactly.
All right. So it's just that you agree to refuse Ingemar work, but for different reason.
Yes.
All right. Now, who thinks like Brynhildur? Raise your hand. Who thinks like Schooley? Raise your hand. And who thinks the Ingemar hypothesis is fine? Raise your hand. Okay, Christian, you have not raised your hand in either case. You noticed?
Yes.
Are you lost? Okay, I'll take that for a yes, huh? In general means, means yes. Are you lost? Means yes. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Yes, all right, okay, huh? In this, hermeneutics is very important in this job, you have to give interpretations to all kind of funny things. Okay, so let's take it one by one, all right? Now, let's take it first with Schooley. Schooley, who thinks like Schooley? Raise your hand again, by the way. Okay, so look, let's go with Joanna. Joanna, you think Schooley is right? Yes, Joanna Christian, huh? You think Schooley is right?
Yes.
Or you think there's no connection between searching to expand yourself and being good, right? Yes? What does that mean, you think, searching to expand yourself?
What does it mean?
No, what does it mean?
What? Could you repeat?
Oh, but it's funny, but you understood me, right?
No, I didn't hear. What did you say?
Yeah, well, you know what's funny? How come if you did not hear me, how come you repeated word for word what I had said? Well, suppose you tell someone, you want to go for a pizza, and repeats, going for a pizza, and then he says, I didn't hear you. Does that make sense?
No.
No. So why do you say, well, you don't hear me, when you have repeated exactly what I said? Do you know?
What did I say? I'm lost now.
Well, that's because, and do you know why you were lost?
No, I don't know.
Who knows? You want to know why?
Yes.
Ask. Who knows why I'm lost? Ask.
Why am I lost? Who knows? Yes, that person.
Raise your hand if you know. Okay. Well, you know Brynhildur or no?
Sorry?
You have I'm asking Brynhildur if she knows or doesn't know.
She's lost because she stopped listening to you.
Yeah. Is that true, Joanna?
Yes, it's true.
Yes, but why you stopped listening?
Because I started to think.
Exactly. And did you notice why you started to think suddenly? You know why? No. And I'll tell you because it's a bit the secret of my job and why I have very little friends, if any. Is because when I ask questions, I ask people to think about themselves. And suddenly, it hits them in the face and it puzzles the brain, Like I picked up some strange thing you do, and I'm sure it's not only today you do it, but other days too. Where you repeat, you've heard, you repeat, and you claim you didn't hear, but actually it's visible you heard. So it's a very strange, illogical behavior. And so I just throw it back at you, and it sort of creates cognitive dissonance. You know cognitive dissonance? Yes. And that's now I ask you the question. Do you know why you repeat and claim you did not hear? Do you know why? Or you don't know? If you don't know, say I don't know, huh?
Yes, I'm thinking. No, I don't know.
All right. You want to know why?
Yes.
Ask. Who knows why?
Who knows why? Christian.
To buy time.
To buy time.
Is it true you want to buy time? Or false?
Sort of. A sort of.
No, it's sort of. I don't know what to do with it. Is it true or false?
It's true.
Yeah. And why do you want to buy time?
Because, as I told earlier, I was thinking about
Yeah.
I was thinking.
And you know, in general, what makes it that people want to buy time in general? Do you know? Well, let me help you on this one because I see time is running. It's because we feel threatened. We buy time when we feel threatened. You agree with that or no?
Yes, yes.
Otherwise, there's no reason to buy time. Now, is it true that, you know, you get nervous or you feel threatened with questions?
No?
Well, have you ever heard of insecurity?
Yes.
Yes. Are you familiar with it?
Security.
No, insecurity. You see, you did it again. Isn't that funny? Huh? Oh, insecurity. Oh, no. Insecurity? You mean insecurity? You know? Wow. Funny, huh? Yeah, you know? What I like about human beings, they're very coherent, even without wanting to be coherent. They're very coherent. Anyways. So, no, remember, Oscar is your friend, Joanna, you know. He wants the best for you. Anyway, so, let's go back to our business. Yes. Now, do you think that to search to expand yourself, what does that mean? Yes, you know what it means? To search to expand yourself. Do you have any idea what it means? Or no?
Yes.
What does it mean?
Means that, they're trying to. Can I say it in Icelandic?
Oh, sure. You know, it's the official language over there, isn't it?
So, okay.
See, look at it. Look how funny. You even asked me permission to speak Icelandic in Iceland. That's how, you know. You know, yes, from now on, Joanna, you can speak Icelandic in your country anytime. Tell everybody, Oscar gave me permission, okay? Okay, go ahead. You say when you have finished, huh? Because I see your hands moving a lot, but I don't hear many words. But have you finished?
Yes, I finished.
Yes. Do you think you have given a clear explanation in Icelandic or no?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to ask if someone could translate that in English. Ask.
Can someone translate that in English?
And you pick someone.
Yes. Elsa?
Searching to expand themselves then means to have an individual growth.
To have an internal growth, yes?
Individual growth.
Individual growth, all right? Are you okay with that translation? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, tell Elsa she was good.
Elsa, you were good.
All right? Now, to have internal growth, is it a sign, does it have something to do with being good or bad or no? No. Well, do you prefer to have internal growth or to have no internal growth?
No internal growth.
Okay, you don't want to have any internal growth, right? Now, of course, well, if I ask people around if they believe you, they will believe you or not believe you?
They believe me.
They believe you, yes? Who believes her? Raise your hand. Who does not believe her? Raise your hand. Do you have a problem, Joanna?
No?
Do you know why they don't believe you?
Yes, I know why.
Are they right or wrong?
Wasn't particularly honest or
Okay, so you lied to us, right?
I was lying to you.
Yes, and you know there's only one person that didn't pick it up. You were lying. Do you notice?
Yes?
Who was it?
School? No.
Only one person believed you. Did you notice?
No, I didn't.
Who believed her? Raise your hand.
Believe me.
Ah, that's funny. There was one hand going up, but doesn't go up anymore. That's funny. Ah, yes. All right. So tell, please, Joanna Christian, tell the other Joanna, look, don't believe everybody. People lie. Tell her.
What?
Okay, I'm sorry. It's very unpolitically correct to say stuff like that. Okay. Yes. Well, you were lying to us, yes?
Yes, I was lying to you.
And how do you call someone who believes people that lie?
Naive?
Okay, so tell Joanna, you're naive, Joanna.
You're naive, Johanna.
Naive.
Naive.
Yes, she didn't lie. She believed you. Anyway, so anyway, you think eternal growth is good or bad?
It's good.
All right. So do you see the connection with being good?
Yes, I can see it now.
So now you think it backs the idea of being good.
Yes, it does.
All right. So you abandon Schoolie and you abandon Brynhildur at the same time.
Yes.
Ah. So.
In my head.
Yes. Okay. Tell both of them I give up on you guys. Yes.
I give up,
All right.
guys, and I'm not lying.
Yeah, but now they don't trust you anymore, Once you lied, it's like a killer, Once he has killed, nobody wants to be with them anymore, Only once is enough, right? Unless you really love them. Anyway, so, Brynhildur, let's go with you. Who agrees with Brynhildur that it's undifferentiated? Raise your hand. Okay, so you're the only one, Brynhildur.
Yes.
Now, why do you say you said, that it can go either way. Now, in general, in the Icelandic codes, to search to expand yourself, does it mean inner growth, yes or no?
Yes.
So you accept the Elsa interpretation.
Yes.
And inner growth, in the culture you belong, does that sound good or bad? So therefore, it can be a proof that man is good if he does that.
Yes.
So you change your mind.
Yes.
All right. So the undifferentiation is given up. And now, Schoolie, who, like Schoolie, thinks there's a logical problem? Raise your hand. Okay. So, Schoolie, ask one of your two friends there to prove there's a logical problem.
Yes, because searching to expand oneself does not imply the explanation that has been given of expanding oneself. So therefore, it's not logically connected.
Now, Christian, did you give an argument or you just only repeated the accusation?
I gave an argument.
Okay. And if I ask, you think, I will ask people if you give an argument, they will say yes or they will say no, you think?
No.
Ah, so this is funny. So you give an argument, but nobody hears it. Isn't that strange?
No.
No, you're used to that.
I'm becoming more so, yes.
Yeah, nobody understands you. Is that the problem?
Yes,
Yes. Now, do you want people to understand you?
I would like that, yes.
Well, then give an argument that can be understood by everyone. Go ahead.
The the argument is not undifferentiated because expanding, searching.
Wait a minute. Are you saying it's not undifferentiated?
Yes,
But I thought you were with Schooley.
yes.
Well, what is Schooley saying?
There's no logical connection between the argument.
Okay, is that the same thing?
No,
No. But you confuse the thing, right?
yes, I do.
So again, you were confused in your head.
Yes,
All right. So you want to support the Schooley accusation, right?
yes.
Okay. So go ahead. Start again.
There's no logical connection between the argumentation and the answer given.
Is that it?
Yes.
Did you give an argument or only repeat the accusation?
Because
No. Wait. First answer.
I skipped the argument. Yes. I skipped the
Okay.
argument.
So okay. No, I just want to know if there is a no in argument. So there was no argument so far. Do you agree?
So far, yes.
But you have one.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Because searching to expand oneself does not logically explain that you are good.
Is that it?
Yes.
All right. Did you give an argument or only repeat the accusation, reformulate it?
Reformulated.
All right. So you still didn't give an argument. You agree?
Yes.
All right. But you see, what's interesting is to see it, right? That it's difficult. There's no problem. But to see it, right? And you will see this very often. We will reformulate and repeat in different ways, but still not have an argument. So let's make a quick exercise, right? Look at the proof. Ask me, why do you say this is a square? Ask me.
Why do you say this is a square?
Because it is green. Now, you agree there's a logical problem?
Yes.
Prove it to me.
Green doesn't tell anything about the form.
Who can complete the proof to conceptualize the argument so it's clear? Who can finish the green business argument? Raise your hand. Ask someone to finish the argument, the proof.
Please, can you finish the argument?
Can you tell me again what you said?
Are you clear or no? Well, don't worry about what he said. Do it yourself.
The green and the line.
The green, the proof it's a square is that it's green. What is the problem?
The problem is that green tells us something about the color of something, and the square tells us something about the form.
All right. Okay. You heard that, Christian?
Yes.
That's how you can tell there's a problem. You have to show that there's a change in the nature of the issue. All right? Yes?
Yes.
Huh? Okay.
Yes.
So, that's what you have to show. If you want to prove that the argument of Ingemar doesn't fit the answer, you have to show that the subject has changed. Okay?
Yes.
It's speaking about something, and then it speaks about something else. And you have to show why it's not the same. If it's not, okay, go ahead.
The argumentation explains what they try to be, want to be, search to be, and the answer is stating what they're supposed to be.
Okay, that's interesting. See, that's getting, at least in the form, it's good. We're speaking about what they're supposed to be, indicative, and the other one. And now you see now the difference between indicating and what you want, what you would expect, right? Therefore, the disconnection is of that nature between what things are and what they want to be. We good?
Yes.
You happy?
Yes.
Yes, huh? Now we have it clear. Now, who agrees with this analysis of the conclusion, of Christian? Who agrees with him? Raise your hand. Who disagrees? Raise your hand. Okay, and who's lost? Raise your hand. Okay, so, but at least one person disagrees. Maybe they will clarify things. Elsa disagrees. Ask her why she disagrees.
Why do you disagree with that?
Because research itself should be enough.
Should be what?
Enough.
Okay, enough for what?
Being good.
All right. Now, let's check that. Christian, is it possible that the search in itself can prove that it is good?
No.
No. For example, if a man tries to help other people, is he good because of that? Neutral or bad?
No, it's good.
Okay, so you change your mind. Did you change your mind, yes or no?
No. I didn't change
Well, before, did you tell us that it was irrelevant? Yes or no?
I said it was irrelevant.
And now you say that to try is in self good. Do you notice that?
Yes.
All right, so you change your mind or no?
Okay, I'll change my mind. Yes.
All right. It's not forbidden to change one's mind, but one has to know it changes. And by the way, there's a very important ethical issue there between, for example, Kant and Sartre. Because Kant would claim the intention in itself, the good intention, right, would be something fundamental. But for Sartre, no, existentially, from an existential standpoint, he says, is only what you have accomplished, the reality of what you've accomplished, right? So it's in ethics, it's a very big issue. Is the desire sufficient, the attitude, the state of your soul, or is it the reality of the actions, you see? So there's an interesting issue there. But finally, you admit with Elsa that there's a connection between this search and being good.
I'm going to change my mind again and say no.
No.
I don't agree with it.
So the fact of searching to do something good is not good in itself.
That is true.
Okay. Wait, so searching to do something good is good in itself. You agree?
Yes.
And to expend yourself, is that good or bad? Or neither?
Neither.
Neither. Do you remember Elsa's explanation? Say that to expend yourself means inner growth.
Yes.
You agree with that?
No.
No. Well, then what meaning does it have to expend yourself?
It depends on what you want to
Wait a minute. Don't give us a depends now. Don't escape. Does expend yourself mean anything for you?
Yes.
All right. So don't give it depends. It's a classical undifferentiated answer. What does it mean if to expend yourself doesn't mean inner growth? What does it mean?
Any growth. Not inner, but any growth.
Any growth. For example, if somebody is getting fat, he's expending himself.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So when Ingemar said yes because they search to expand themselves, he could have meant they want to get fatter, and that's why they're good.
Yes.
Yes. And do you think that makes sense?
Yes.
Yes, and okay. Now, if I ask people if they think you make sense, they'll say yes or no.
They would say no.
All right, you surprised?
Well,
No, are you surprised? That's all.
I'm not surprised.
You're used to that.
Yes.
That people think what you say makes no sense, yeah?
Yes.
And did you ever wonder why?
Yes.
And what was your best hypothesis?
They disagree.
Oh, you think it's purely subjective.
Yes.
Everybody's got their opinion.
Yes.
Isn't that an easy way out?
No.
No. You realize that we're searching for truth together tonight?
Yes.
So if everybody's got their opinion, does this exercise make any sense?
Yes.
You don't see the contradiction?
Yes. I see it. Yes.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do, because see, time is passing by. So I'm going to ask you, just as a form of a conclusion, that you all write, one sentence, two sentence, question, whatever, but you write a little something, one or two sentences as statements of questions, as you wish. You write it, we read it, and then we say goodbye, okay? So you take a couple of minutes, write some observations, some comments, criticism, whatever you want, all right? As a conclusion. Go ahead. About the exercise in itself, huh? When you have finished writing, put your pen down so I know you have finished. All right? So, who wants to start? Raise your hand. Okay, so Ole, why don't you start and we'll go clockwise after that. Go ahead.
How can we be certain if something is correct?
Can you say it louder?
How can we be certain if something is correct?
Okay?
And
Yeah, we go clockwise.
I found the exercise to be good practice in thinking more clearly. If I want to do the same, I wonder if it's enough for me to remember these distinctions in different, not logical, and inner and external truth.
Okay?
a very good exercise, clarifying the importance of arguments and how bad arguments are used to control other people.
All right?
Yes. This exercise opened my eyes of the importance of being earnest. To have some courage and the importance of good arguments.
All right.
I wrote, concentrate one step at a time, value fact.
All right.
I wrote it in Icelandic, so I'm going to read it in Icelandic. I was quicker doing that so they can translate to you if they want to. Æfingin var krefjandi, áfífandi, lærdómsrík, skapandi og skemmtileg.
All right. Can someone translate?
I can the exercise was demanding.
Demanding, yeah?
Revealing, learn, educational, and creative and fun.
Okay.
Yes, I wrote down to think too much. Is it possible to think too little?
Is it possible to what, to?
To think too little.
Oh.
To think the right amount. The importance of listening, the importance of relaxing or to be relaxed, and the importance of being there.
All right. Yes?
I wrote, be clear about what I think and how to express it.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. One thing I want to answer is about Brynhildur. It's the main secret in all this is practice, huh? You know? I mean, you can pick up some theoretical insights like the one we saw, but there are others. With Isabel, we wrote a long piece, but it's in French about, but maybe one day Ingemar could translate it. But you have that piece on argumentation problem, don't you, Ingemar?
Yes, I think so.
Yes. So sometimes you can, maybe summarize it to your friends in Icelandic. But so it's useful to have some insights. But the main thing is in the practice. See, the way we have worked on this argumentation problem is through the practice, examining all the mistakes we see very often. And that's how we came with a categorization of argumentation problems, you see. So practicing is really, for me, the best thing. To do this kind of exercises together in the classroom, whatever, But there's no other replacement than practice, Because even if formally you know them, it's not like the practice, right? Okay, so I'm happy we could have this other workshop. And Ingemar, whenever you want to plan another workshop, well, just let us know. And, if you want to do it, you can have it you guys together. But if you want somebody else, I think Isabel has done one with you guys as well, no?
No, not yet.
Okay, so next time maybe Isabel or somebody else can do it so you see different styles. All right?
There is a seminar at your place starting soon.
Yes, we have a seminar starting this coming Monday. If somebody has nothing to do next week and wants to come, you're coming. All right. So you got a little foretaste, yes? Okay. You're not too scared now? Okay. And what?
I will do it again, but at this hour. But I will be aware of the time difference.
The time difference, yes. Okay. All right. So I will send it through. You send it. So after you can you'll receive the announcement. You can give the link to whoever you want, and they can download. So you can give it as well to some people. Maybe they could be interested or cannot come. Maybe they can be motivated for next time. You can mail the link to people.
Okay.
Anyone has this link can download the recording. All right. Okay. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.